Hey, Adam, what's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? Technically, there's Breezy. I thought maybe it'd be a slow night. Didn't know how many people would actually show up this evening. It's a beautiful day out, a little warm, a little humid, but it's still a nice sunny day out. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link. Hey, Tommy. Thank you for stopping, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, Willie. Keep on painting, buddy. Make sure you're wearing your mask, though. We don't want no, silly willies. I see Mrs. V Twins in here. She's always in here early. Hey, Logan. Hello. Thank you. Haven't seen your name before, but thank you. Welcome to the live stream. We got Mr. Ken in the basement. Wave at me, Ken. There we go, buddy. Hi, Ken. How you doing?
Good evening. What's going on?
Oh, just hanging out.
I didn't see your video yet, so I don't know if I should ask you what the new project is.
We'll divulge it later on in the stream.
Yeah, okay.
So,
no one would tell me.
You got to watch the video. It's in the video. Remember the old it's in the books?
Mm.
Yeah, it's in the video.
Hey, all my textbooks, you could crack the binding when I handed them in.
I had an American history book like that. It was brand new when they handed them out. And my best friend in high school was an American history aficionado. I mean, you could ask him anything. Well, when test time come around, he would help, and we got A's and B's. So,
what's up?
Hey, what's up,
fellas? Evening. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah. Waiting for the start of the week.
I heard that.
Mm.
It's back to work for me. Come tomorrow.
Same here.
There's the captain. Hi, Captain. How you doing?
Captain.
So, I figured tonight maybe we do a little something different. Anybody wants in the chat or on the panel, if you want to tell what one of your most favorite projects or upcoming projects is, or even if it's somebody else's project, you want to say, hey, that was a really cool project. I loved watching it. Let's give some love.
Thank you.
Well, I got a customer with a 1959 Wheelhorse RJ that he wants me to take. And I've fixed it over the past, 10, 15 years. Every year, Memorial Day, he wants it for a parade, so I get it running for him because he doesn't really use it for a year. Now there's some broken bolts in it and stuff like that. And it's a little hard to control and everything. So he wants me to just take it. And so when I bring it back, he just first pull and everything else and all that. So that's an upcoming thing that I have to figure out when and how I can do that. So
nice. What year did you say it was?
59 RJ Wheelhorse.
59. Wow.
With a K91. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just every year the points get pitted. He keeps it in an old barn. I got to go there every year, file the points, get it running, flush the gas out.
Yep.
So every year Memorial Weekend he calls me.
What are you snacking on, Adam? Munchos?
Oreos.
Oreos. A glass of milk, a cup of coffee.
I got the milk. Mega stuff.
Redneck Garage stopped in. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you stopping. AJP Garden Machines. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? Heck yeah.
A lot of people tonight.
So
where's Mark?
He's probably finishing up a few things in the garage.
Yeah, I think they were cutting the grass or something. They said in the chat. And they were coming up.
Sandy's in. Yeah, Sandy's there.
Yeah. She said he was finishing something and they were coming up. I seen that right before I came in.
We got the old captain in here.
Oh, Captain Jerk.
Fellow Connecticut
Captain.
Fellow Connecticut Yankee.
Hi. There's Mark.
Oh, there's the man.
There he is.
Where's that homeless Honda at?
Hi.
Mr. Faust is in the house.
Hey, Mr. Faust, how you doing?
How you doing, fellers?
Was it nice? Was it nice and cool in the shop today, Mark?
Yeah, it was, except for now I just finished mowing grass.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to leave that.
If you guys didn't catch Mark's live stream yesterday, we put an AC unit in his shop for him.
Yeah, he was saying it was like 66 this morning.
Nice. Well, I need that.
That's like 2 blanket weather.
Not if you're working.
Mm.
If you're working, you're not cold. But you're still going to stand around.
Well, with the paint work and everything he's doing, he needs the low humidity, and we're starting to get some high humidity. So.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Walnut. Like a brain.
You just posted a new video, didn't you, Posted? I haven't watched it yet, but I think I've seen it.
Yes, color of the tractor now.
Oh. Nice. Turned out good?
Yeah. I don't know. It's up to everybody else to tell me if they did or not. I don't know.
Nah. All right. There you go.
I like the color.
Cool. I gotta go watch it now. I gotta see the color.
So.
I think I was eating the last time I seen Tim this morning. Now I'm eating again.
I was going to say, yeah, this morning you were filling your face with those blueberry sausages.
Yummy. Heck yeah.
Blueberry
How are
sausage.
those sausages, Mark?
Wait, what? Blueberry sausage? Why?
Why not? Why?
That's the way the butcher shop did it. They put blueberry and maple in it. Oh my gosh, really good.
Maple. Okay, maple. Yeah.
Maple and blueberry. Yeah.
Oh, you put them in your pancakes. Why not in the sausage? Same difference.
Right.
Maybe I don't eat pancakes.
Oh, where are you from? Russia?
Comrade, there is such thing as waffle and sausage.
Yeah.
It's like a corn dog, but it's a pancake and sausage on a stick.
Believe it or not, I eat blueberries, but I don't eat syrup anymore because I just don't. Redneck Garage is in the basement.
Redneck.
Make it down there. There he is.
There.
There he is.
Oh, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, man?
Well, I think you were live there.
We're getting a lot of feedback.
You're kind of breaking up there.
Can't do anything.
So, but
I just want to make sure you're okay.
so if everybody watched my last video and kind of stuck around to the very end, you've seen the Cushman golf cart that I've had sitting around for a few years. It's needed a rear end. I finally dug out and got to it, and that's going to be my next project I'm starting on.
Nice. I can't wait to see that thing progress, dude. That's going to be cool.
Well, it's got an 8-horse flathead Magnum 8-horse in it, Kohler engine. But I was talking with Mark yesterday, and we may collaborate on giving that Honda a home.
But 20 horse.
Yeah. That Honda's got electric start, charging system, everything I need for that golf cart. And so we may get together and drop that V-twin down in there and let her rip.
Yeah, buddy. That would be nice.
You wanted to know about upcoming projects. Well, this is a project I've been working on for a few years now.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Did you cast that, Captain?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be molding this.
Okay.
It's really rough, as you can see.
Right.
What do you do with latex mold?
Just a little bit of work. I have the jaw piece for it. I put these teeth in here.
Hey, nice dental work. You got to go over to Matty Olson's channel.
Hey,
And
get a tooth pulled. You know anything about that?
there's a top piece as well.
Like a candy
That's
dish.
cool. That's cool.
Cereal bowl.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's cool shit.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You guys haven't checked out some of Captain's castings he's done. There's some pretty cool shit he does, man.
I like his chainmail.
Yeah.
They make a nice shifter now.
I made this feller. This is big. This is like the size of a grapefruit.
But it'd be
And how'd
like
you
a
make-
Matty Ed Roth shift knob.
How do you make those, Captain? How do you do that? Like, what is the process there?
You see right above my head, right there, that yellow block.
Yeah.
That's a yellow.
Yeah.
That's a mold that I made. That I pour resin into and get these out of it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool.
I don't have enough resin to pour this right now.
Would you hand carve it, Captain?
No, it's just a damn Halloween decoration from Walgreens up the street. I'm not kidding. This is the original here.
Cool.
I've done more work to it. The original had wax in the bottom. I replaced it with clay, and I smoothed the bottom. As you can see, this is what the original looked like. I smoothed the bottom more. That hole is because that hole right there is because this is actually hollow. I used a quick set and I like rolled it around until it set inside, and it left it hollow. But if you could see the eye sockets are smooth here, and they're not here.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
and I've done some work next to the in the jaw here, on the side here. You know, just in general, I used more clay and cleaned it up in a couple of places I wasn't satisfied with in this design. So I'm reworking the design to get what I want, and eventually I'm going to use that same clay on this feller here. His name is Johnny 5. He used to be silver. Once upon a time, if you could tell, he used to be silver. I spray painted him silver. And, well, I tried molding him once and it didn't work. So we're going to go for another try.
Now, is that with urethane, Cap?
Huh?
Is that with urethane? What are you using to make the molds out of?
To make the mold, silicone.
Oh, okay.
When you pour into a silicone mold, you use urethane to get a casting.
Right.
Now, if I wanted a rubber skull, then yeah, I would use a urethane mold.
So
But
when you gonna cast that one over your right shoulder there under the table?
That big one, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my beach ball.
Yeah.
That's the size of that's as big around as a garbage can lid.
I think it's huge.
That's a big boy. That's made out of fiberglass.
Oh wow.
I don't have enough money to buy that kind of material. It's a considerable investment to make a mold for that thing. It'd be probably
Expensive.
just to make the mold would be a considerable investment of I'm gonna say probably around $500 or $600.
Yeah.
Probably more. Yeah. And you wouldn't be able to fill that mold solid unless you you would have to have like a big old 55-gallon drum of that stuff, or at least a couple of 5-gallon buckets. That's a lot of freaking resin right there, man. Holy. But if I made it hollow, which I would definitely have to, well, that would still be a considerable investment. I'm gonna say, if you wanted it out of some Tonka Tough stuff that you could leave outside as Halloween decoration or something, if you did it real thin, you could get away with paying like a couple $100, I guess, to pour that kind of urethane to get it where you want it and paint it and stuff, or to just like dye the thing one color or whatever. That's fine. But if you wanted it any thicker than this, you see how thin this is? If you wanted it any thicker than that, the cost is going to go up exponentially.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat, what do you do with the hollow ones? You got to just keep rotating the mold?
Yeah. That's all. That's how I did it. And that's how they did it in the video that I watched about that product. I used a fast set resin. It was called Artcast. ARTKAST. Not a sponsor. Anyway, that stuff was fun. That's what this is made out of here. This blue one here.
Break a knuckle on that thing.
Yeah, you could. It's really, really, really tough stuff. It's probably only like a 1/4 inch thick, but this stuff will.
It sounded hollow. Which one was hollow?
Both. Yeah, that's tough stuff. And that's not even the urethane. The urethane's tougher.
Oh, yeah.
That is definitely tougher stuff.
Well, I got out there and got that other project today.
Oh, yeah.
It's here now. So, have you ever seen a Case 222?
Yep. Yeah, what was it? A 14-horse Kohler?
Well, no, actually, it's an empty frame. I'm going to set a Kubota diesel motor in it.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to try to make this thing work on a Kubota diesel, and I'm going to turbocharge.
Now we're talking.
So
you got the big fenders for the subcompact tires on it?
Yeah.
That's what's nice about those.
Mm-hmm.
And those are true hydraulics, too.
Yeah. But I'm gonna see if I can get this diesel to work in it and see what it'll do.
I have seen something similar to that. Where I was a young man.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
Yeah, there's a guy on there that does a lot of Vanguard swaps in those cases.
How many cylinders is that diesel Kubota? 2-cylinder. Nice.
2-cylinder, and I'm going to turbocharge it. So.
Oh yeah.
It should put out pretty good.
Oh yeah, plenty.
To pull with, Mark, or just because?
Just because. Actually, I'm doing it just to pull my modified tractors around, but I want it to look really cool.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be sweet.
Mark don't like the redneck power chair.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me.
Man, it's thunder and lightning like crazy here.
Willie?
Doing it your way, Captain?
I don't know. Is it thunder and lightning yet, Crystal? Yeah. Where do you live?
In Trumbull.
Trumbull.
Next to Bridgeport?
Yeah, you're in the opposite end of the state. I'm in Tolland County.
Okay.
So I'm slammed right next to Hartford County. I'm in a town called Ellington. Ellington is right. Ellington is right next to East Windsor. East Windsor is in Hartford County. Ellington is in Tolland County, right next to Tolland. So
you guys hear that one?
Wow, I heard that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's not raining here yet, but it will. I know it's coming.
Dog.
Oh man!
Well, everything turns like yellow outside. It looks like it's a yellow haze. Hey, there's Willie.
Hey, Willie.
What's up, Will?
Yep. Hey, it's me. I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna get the camera turned around. I can show you what I was up to today. Just take some time to do it. It's a little slow. Can you hear me okay?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry. You don't have to put me on spotlight. I'm trying to go through all these settings.
Yeah, they're new now and it's a pain in the butt. Keep changing it. You know you can stream from your phone now, guys.
Well, it takes me a good...
On StreamYard.
There you go.
I used my phone today and it worked better than my computer.
Solo cups? I'm joking.
Not the best light. I think I got this light will work. Okay. I got it. Anyway, I'm working on a 95 Chevy. I have an extended cab, so it's got 6 cab mount bushings.
Okay.
So to keep these from rusting, I painted the zinc-coated bolts and the washers that go on the bolts as well, so they don't rust. These are some of the original bushings that were on the truck that I had repainted.
Nice.
They were pretty rusty to begin with. I actually had to salvage some off of a used truck. And that's POR 15, so that stuff's not coming off. I also hit them with some Rust-Oleum before the paint cured after about 5 hours. You can hit them with some Rust-Oleum, but after 12 hours, it's kind of hard to get any paint to stick to this POR 15. Give you an example on how tough this POR 15 is you can actually dissolve it somewhat off of a brush in gasoline. It'll go to the bottom of a can and solidify after you dump out the gas. It's like indestructible.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta grab some washers.
Yeah, we used to use that on all the floorboards.
Anyway.
It sounds amorphous.
My truck's been in this carport for a year and a half now.
Wow.
As you can imagine, a lot of work to do. These Chevys rust pretty bad.
Might get moldy up in
kind
here.
of dark out here yet. But these cab mounts are identical to the radiator support mounts. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's not too moldy in here.
Oh, okay.
But this is what the rear cab mounts look like. They just rust away. That's sort of what it's supposed to look like. But even this one's falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just falling apart.
Well,
so what I have is I had gotten some washers that are going to go on top of that.
When you live in the Rust Belt.
Yep. So when I get the... So when I get those bushings bolted to the body, I can use those bushings to center up this washer and weld the washer from underneath.
There you go.
And I had a heck of a time with the ones back here. What happens is all the water drips off the back of the cab and goes up against the cab mounts right here and rusts them out.
Yep.
And in order to get to weld that, I had to actually drill out a bolt back in here in order to get the bushings back in, because there's a broken off stud in this cab mount in the rear right. All the other cab mounts had come loose.
Okay.
So I'll probably put a video up on doing that in the future. So I just thought I'd show you guys what I was up to.
Heck yeah, man.
That's a cool project.
So now I got all these bushings straightened out. I can start putting them together and start fixing the rust spots on the frame. The rest of the frame seems pretty good. Well, it's a 95 Chevy extended cab, and it's a Silverado, so it has all the options. It's a Z71 four-wheel drive, and it's also got a factory trailer package. So it's a nice truck. That's why I'm going through all the trouble fixing it, and I've been working on it I've had it for probably 2.5 years. And I'm only just starting to get it back together. But yeah, that's it. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a peek as to what I've been up to.
Heck yeah.
So I'm going to skip on out of here. I don't want to hold up you guys. I'll be listening in, though. I'll just be cleaning up. This will be dry in about 2 hours or so.
Nice.
At least I could probably just leave it out. This stuff doesn't really get affected by water too badly.
Nice. That's some serious paint.
Cool.
And I'm also using urethane for all these bushings.
You got dessert, Mark?
So they last.
Birthday cake.
Yep.
Whose birthday?
My granddaughter.
Oh, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, young miss.
So thanks for letting me in. I'm going to get going, and I'll be
See you,
listening.
Willy.
Bye.
Okay,
Well,
Willy.
really-
See you, bud.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey,
So,
Mark, is that the one that shows up in the videos every now and then?
Uh-huh.
How old is she?
2.
Okay.
baby. She needs to get her a smash cake at that age.
You didn't look old enough for her to be 22.
No.
You have older than that.
I have kids in the 30s.
Yeah, but you don't have grandchildren in their 20s.
No. Mhm.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
I figured I'd get in here long enough to catch your stream so I can get a shower to get ready to go to work tonight.
Oh, you got to work night shift? Oh, man.
What are you hauling, Mark?
I'm loaded. I'm taking a load of pallets up there to Newstamp in Pennsylvania. So I'll run out. I'll take a nap for a little bit, and I'll take off about midnight. I'll be up there before 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I pretty much run mostly at night. So that way there's no traffic, and I can just roll with it, get it over with.
Absolutely. Smooth sailing.
well, I did that brake job on that Mini Cooper this morning.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Very easy.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't what I was expecting.
Just pads?
But, yeah. Well, actually, I didn't do the front pads. I started on the front, like I normally do. Pull the front pads were beautiful. Moved to the back, pulled to one side of the back off. Beautiful pad. Still 90% pad left. That was on the driver's side. Went to the passenger side, pulled it off. And the whole reason that the guy brought it to me is because the brake pad light indicator was on. They have indicators, one on the front driver's side and one on the rear passenger side. The one on the rear passenger side had broke the wire and was hanging down.
Oh, so grounded?
It wasn't it wasn't even touching.
No.
It's when it makes contact, there's a little tip on the sensor. When it makes contact, it sets the light off. Well, when it doesn't have that continuous loop through the sensor, it says, "Hey, the pads are bad. Time to change them."
Right.
The only thing wrong with that brake job was that sensor. We went ahead and put the rear pads on it just because. He had all 4, but like me and him were talking. He'll probably never ever do the rear brake pads again.
No, right.
So he kept the front sensor and the front pads, the new front pads. He's gonna hang on to those, and he said, whenever they need front pads, I have them. He goes, I watched you do it. He said, it looks fairly easy. He goes, I should be able to do it in my driveway by myself. So no big deal.
Okay.
But the hardest part about the whole job was trying to find the wheel nut torque. Everything I looked up was in metric. So, but those things have wheel studs, not lug nuts. So I struggled a little bit getting the wheels back on, being up on the lift, trying to hold the wheel up with one arm and start a bolt with the other. And
oh yeah, fun time, man. I did that. I had to do a water pump on my Jeep Friday. It's a Hemi 5.7 liter Jeep Commander. Man, I tell you what, dude, it took me all day to do that water pump.
I got 2 of those 5.7s. Yeah.
Dude, that was a pain in the butt, man. Wow, I got cuts everywhere on my whole arm.
But the one in the pickup's not bad because you got like 2 feet of room in front.
Right, the Jeep, you ain't got none.
And then you got that stupid hydraulic fan and all that crap.
All in the way, everything in the way.
Yep.
But I got it though, man. It took me all day, but I got it all by myself.
Yeah, I know I can convert the metric to the standard measurement, but everything in the service data, like it wasn't giving me, this is the actual torque spec of what the lug nut is.
Was it giving you Newton meters?
Yeah, it was listing everything in Newton meters, but it didn't say this is what your studs are supposed to be, torqued to. Like on GMs, Fords, everything else. When you look up the service, I've got a program at work that I use all data.
Mm-hmm.
You pop in maintenance, go to wheel nut, and it says wheel nut torque, blah blah blah. Well, when you do that with these Mini Coopers, it brings up a whole list of like every fastener on this vehicle
of unusable information.
It doesn't say wheel stud, this torque. It says wheel stud, and then there's like 4 different Newton measurements. But it gives you the diameter, length, thread pitch, everything else. But it doesn't say, well, this is what the wheel nut torque is. So I ended up just Google searching it and found a website that has all the factory specs on it. OME specs on all the vehicles for wheel nuts. It was actually a rim company, and went through, and it's 103 foot-pounds. So
wow.
How come you didn't use YouTube? Look it up on YouTube.
Because I was on my phone, and you know how my phone acts up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's how I did that water pump the other day. There was about 50 vehicles on a Jeep Commander water pump. I ain't no lie, dude. There was at least 50 of them. It was insane. I never seen so many videos on a part like that or on a service like that.
Hey, Tim, you didn't break any bolts, did you?
Me?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, usually though you get that galvanic corrosion with the aluminum and the steel and all that.
Right. Oh yeah. No, I'm pretty good.
You got that funny pink coolant? Because I think they changed it. Purple, pink, they got all different colors now.
No, it was green. It was all green.
It was green? Oh, okay. Because I got the pink stuff. They want like $40 a quart. I was like, what?
Yeah, they wanted me to put the pink shit in it too. I told them no.
I put
green shit in it.
Crap, man.
Fuck that. Dude, I got the water pump for cheap too.
Wow.
Nate, what's up? Kathy German, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty much so an expert at putting the water pumps on them GM, the LS motors, 5 liters or 5.3, 5.7, 6 liters. That's what we run at work.
Are those reverse rotation, Ed?
I believe so. I'd have to look at them again, but I've done so many of them at work. I can, especially on our vans, 2 hours in and out. I mean, that's bleeding the system and everything, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got a vacuum bleed, Red?
Not yet. I'm looking at them, but
those nice.
I haven't. Yeah. I've done a lot of research on them, and that is the way to go.
Hey, Brandon, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Hey, Brandon.
Especially on the motors that forget to put a bleeder screw in, you know.
Right.
Well, and even some of the GMs like that have them, like the Uplanders.
Mm-hmm.
The heater core actually sits above the motor on those.
Oh, okay.
So to get an air pocket out of them, you almost have to have a vacuum bleeder.
Yeah, because then you'll have no heat.
Well, we have one left. We used to have two of them on campus. One was our security vehicle, and one was for another department. I would literally put that thing up on a rack and lift that front end, nose up in the air to get that air to go through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now those Uplanders are the ones with the long noses, right? The Uplanders. They got like a long front end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have one at our animal shelter. They use one.
Yeah, it looks like almost like a station wagon. It looks kind of like a PT Cruiser, sort of. It's a van. It's it was their crossover between a SUV and a van. Their minivan.
Yeah, like a minivan with a long nose.
Yeah. Funny looking.
To do, in our security one, I did the power steering pump, AC pump, water pump, and everything. And there is so little room down in there to get to work. Even going through the fender well is a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad that one was gone from our security department.
Mm.
I mean,
Tampa, you ever do the starter in that Jeep?
No, I have not done a starter yet.
Good luck. I did one in my 2008 Grand Cherokee. Fun,
huh? Oh, I bet.
Take the whole inner left-hand inner fender comes out. Then there's a metal plate that's screwed into another metal inner fender.
Oh,
then you got to reach your hand through a little 4x4 opening to get in there to get to the connectors on the starter, which you can't get to. Then once you take it off, now you got to go underneath and back to get the bolts off the tranny. Oh, it's a nightmare. When you put it back together, they put a heat shield on there. Forget it. No, mine doesn't even have it anymore.
It ain't going back on.
No. After 4 hours for two little bolts, I even ground the heads of the bolt there to give it a little lead in. It wasn't starting. Even with 16 extensions and ratchets and the universal, I said, hell with it. I said, that's it.
Did you take that all in, Tampa? In other words, take it to the shop.
You know what? If the shop charges $150 to put it in, money well spent.
Pay them, right. Yeah. Man, they wanted from $500 to $750 to do that water pump. That's why I did it myself.
I actually paid someone to do a water pump in mine. It was $900.
Yeah. See, I was
by
not
the time
with
it was
that,
open.
dude.
I give them credit though. They paid like $300 for the factory Mopar pump and all that crap. You know.
Yeah.
This guy does all yet. You know. He did the tensioners, the belts, all that crap.
I got mine from O'Reilly's for $80, dude, brand new. $80. Discount one at $135.
They got that funky gasket on it too, right? That weird looking silicone gasket.
Yeah. I even added a little more silicone around that thing, just for safe measures.
Yep.
I don't know. And the funny thing is, my water pump wasn't even bad. It was just the bearing. It was not leaking.
It wasn't leaking. I'll see. Mine was leaking pretty good. Yeah,
dude, my bearing had so much.
How many miles you got?
125,000.
Okay. I replaced mine at 115. Yeah.
There you go. Right, same money.
But it was leaking literally a gallon a week. That's how bad the puddles were.
See, mine. That's what's crazy. I can't believe how shot that bearing was, and that pump was.
What was it, just squealing or what?
Squealing and making all kinds of noise. And I found out when I got in there, the tensioner pulley was bad too. So the tensioner pulley probably went bad. Yeah. So I replaced all three actually: the idler, the tensioner, and the water pump.
Yep.
All three on that one. All
they sold the kit, the belt with all the tension. Yeah.
So I got them all.
Hey, Mark, Zephiel wants to know if you're having a fancy get together at your house. He sees a lot of fancy dressed people over your shoulder there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 65-inch big screen TV in the living room.
There you go.
Very nice.
Heck yeah.
It does look like a door because when I first seen it, I'm like, where the hell is he sitting at? And I'm like, gosh, it's the TV.
Looks like people were coming in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, it did actually. I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was people. That's funny. Optical illusion.
Hey, turn that TV on.
Yeah, Kathy. Goats do that.
So do peacocks.
Goats climb on everything. Oh yeah, peacocks are just. Dude,
Man, my brother has peacocks by his house, dude, and they tore my car all to hell, climbing on my car.
I used to have to chase them things around when my grandmother had 3 of them. She had a white one and 2 regular ones, and man, when they got out, they would just.
Oh no, these are wild. Like they're just everywhere. Man, I heard they taste like turkey. I almost want to find out now the way they tore my car up.
I wanted to find out because I had we'd have to go over to the neighbor's house and get their freaking massive, like 6-foot wide net that they have. So just imagine me as a teenager running around with a 6-foot wide net trying to freaking catch peacocks that would fly over your head.
Yeah, and they're fast as shit too.
Peacocks
on the ground.
fly, yeah, and they are fast. They run fast.
Yeah, they do. So, you get to one of them things.
Hey, one of the scariest events I've ever had happen. I was out in the woods, when I was younger. Heard this noise. I thought the devil was coming for me. It was turkeys coming down out of roost out of a tree. Wild turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fly very well, and they don't fall very gracefully.
No.
Make a whole lot of noise doing it too.
I think they just flap their wings so they don't go thud on the ground. But yeah, it was right after, it was early morning, take a nice little hike, and like I said, I thought the devil was coming after me, man, because it was the horriblest sound I've ever heard in my life.
I'm gone. I'm getting out of Dodge.
Brandon Codling, how you doing?
How you doing? I can't see the chat. My other phone is dead. I killed it on my stream. This phone's actually about to die too. I better be careful. I'm at 11% still. We're still good.
Brandon 2.0 is in here. Brandon Colton, how you doing?
Oh, he changed his name?
Well, we got BS Small Engine, and then we got...
Oh, okay. Oh, we got Brandon in the house too, BS? Heck yeah. What's going on, fellas?
And like I said, Miss Kathy Durbin's in here. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, she was in my stream too.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
So
that's awesome. Good people.
Yeah.
Good people.
Very, very good. Two ATVs just said they had turkeys try to knock them off their ATVs.
Oh wow!
You ever see one hit a car? It does as much damage as a deer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know they come in the parking lot to look at themselves in the shiny cars.
Yep.
They're looking at their reflection.
Mm-hmm. And they'll attack their own reflection.
Turkeys in there. Hey, they're mocking us. Yeah, they come in the parking lot sometimes. They're out in the field. There's a cornfield back there. They're always in the field out there eating the corns. Lots of deer. Lots of falcon, rabbits, foxes, coyotes.
Well, we got a herd of turkeys that come up between me and the neighbor's house every once in a while. And when I say herd, I counted 52 at one point in time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I went over a friend's house. Me and Crystal actually. We went over to our friend's house and we stayed overnight because we were doing a little drinking, and nobody wanted to drive anywhere, so we stayed over. And in the morning, I'm outside having a cigarette, and wouldn't you know it, there's turkeys in the streets. It's just like 10, 12 turkeys, just black turkeys just walking around. I'm like, you've got to be friggin' kidding me. There's turkeys out here. They're just like chilling. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I puffed a cigarette down and I went back inside. I'm like, there's turkeys outside. Just there's turkeys all over the place around here.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them around us too.
Well, Patrick said around his house they fly pretty good. Well, they probably do fly well, but when you're in a like dense pine forest, there ain't too far if they can fly. They just go to the ground, and there was probably 7 or 8 of them. So
yeah. My dad shot one not last season, but the season before. It had a 13.5-inch down tine on it.
wow,
Pretty big turkey.
And the head guy at where I work at, the director of physical plant, he's a big turkey hunter, and he gets a couple every year. And my brother turkey hunts, and I just you got to be way too quiet and still for that for me.
Yeah, same here.
I've had wild turkey. It's nice.
Pretty good.
I've had some wild turkey too, but I still prefer the tequila.
Right, absolutely.
Oh no, wild turkey 101. Yes, please.
Ooh.
I'll take that. Oh my, I love that. That's very nice. Oh, that's a very nice whiskey.
We drank a bottle of Crown last night. I'll never drink, and we went over to a birthday party and ended up drinking.
I drink Crown Royal once in a while. Somebody will have it, and I'll drink some.
I drink a few drinks.
But if I'm gonna be the one buying the shots, yeah, wild turkey for everybody.
I'll stick with my girly tequila sunrises.
Tequila sunrise.
Yep. Anybody want to sit down and drink with me? 1 for 1.
Am I hearing kittens?
Kittens here.
Son needs some oil.
What? My gun?
Huh? Yeah, I think we're hearing birds from Adam.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
Or a kid on a swing.
No, I thought I heard kittens.
Oh, kittens.
No, no kidding.
Ain't those kittens around here.
No cats. There are birds.
We have catbird around here, but they don't sound like that.
Oh, yeah, I hear the bird.
Brandon, I'm not a big beer fan, man.
Nah, neither am I.
No. I don't ever drink. That was probably the first time I've drank was in like the last 2 years. I'm not a drinker.
Oh, I'm not either. I've got a half a bottle of tequila left over from two New Year's Eves ago.
Yeah, see, yeah. I am.
I still have liquor on my liquor cart from 1990 when I got married.
Dang.
Hey, I got a little bar outside my pool. And I know there's beer in there. Well, my ex left 4 years ago now, and it was in there probably 2 or 3 years before she left. So, yeah, I don't drink beer.
I got 2 of them quart jars still.
There you go. I'm telling. I need a couple of them.
If you run low on gas, just put it in the tank.
There you go. Sure.
Good night, Tony.
It'll run like it's never ran before.
Get you some rest, bud.
Apple pie and corn. Hey Ed, she changed that tractor again on me too.
She changed it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the color.
Not the color. Now she wants a big smoking cam in it. So you know which way it's going now.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you too. Are you going to go with the stock coils, an adjustable flywheel, or are you going to do a crank trigger?
Well, I'd rather go with the adjustable flywheel so I can get the timing and everything a lot easier on it. But
okay.
I was looking at that book, and there's smoking RPM coils that are available without going with crank trigger. But on my big one, I don't think I can go with that type of pull setup. I think it's going to have to stay crank trigger.
Oh yeah, you'll have to have the crank trigger. But what I was going to say is, I have that adjustable flywheel for my tractor.
Right.
If you want to get because I got the crank trigger. If you want to buy the cheaper, standard one, I'll swap you.
Okay, what do you mean?
Instead of buying a brand new adjustable flywheel for her tractor,
right?
Take one and buy the Midwest non-adjustable one, and just swap me.
Yeah, we can probably do something like that. In fact, I think I got one up there in the top of the building.
Okay, yeah, because the non-adjustable ones are cheaper.
Yeah, it's non-adjustable. I may have two of them up there.
Yeah. We'll just have to remember, I turned it 180 degrees to get the magnet away from I turned it 180 degrees so I could time it, so I could put timing marks on it.
Right.
So
then we had that timing issue with it the other time too.
Well, yeah, on mine, but when we go to put that flywheel on Sandy's, we'll have to take it apart and turn the hub 180 degrees and put it back together to get it back in, to get the timing marks back in line with the crank.
Right.
Because my timing mark I had on my motor was on the coil setup where the coil's bolted on.
Yeah.
And
that was your crank that you moved on.
Well, the pointer for the timing was hitting the magnet on the flywheel, and I couldn't get it close enough to get the timing in the marks I put on the flywheel.
Right.
So I turned it 180 degrees to get a smooth surface to get it timed.
Okay.
So
that's it. That's an easy fix, though.
Yeah, it's 4 bolts. Unbolt it, turn it, put it back together.
Right.
So take it easy, Willie. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, bud.
So, but yeah, I thought about that last night after I got home when we were talking about that stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I said, he's going to buy a new flywheel since she's going up. I'll just give him my adjustable one if you're going to use this, stock coil setup.
Right.
And, we'll just get a non-adjustable one for mine because, like I said, I got the crank trigger, so I have no use for a adjustable one anymore. I ran it because I had it.
Well, yeah, but I figured if she wants to go with a big cam and go open modified, I may as well just put her on alcohol like the rest of them, so I ain't got to mess around with gas. Just run them all on alky and be done.
It's cheaper buying fuel.
Well, that other motor of hers, in that 8 seconds down the track, it was shooting 295 degrees in that 8 seconds of running. And
right
on the alcohol, it's going to run way cooler.
Way cooler.
Because on mine, the manifold is all iced up at the end of that run.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, well, plus C12 was 85 a 5-gallon can, and methanol was 35 or something like that last year.
Well, that 113 was 88 something, almost $90. It was a little over $90 per pack, and it was like $38 for the Alpine.
Yep.
Shit.
Hey Patrick, how you doing?
Sounds like alcohol's
Hey
the way to
James,
go.
what's up?
So yeah, that but plus you don't have to keep swapping cans around, and one can for everybody. One group can.
Yeah, but now she's got this big head that she's going to whip us. So, but she's forgetting who's putting the motor together.
Well, she probably will.
Not with the timing change.
You wouldn't do that.
I'll help her out. It'll run good.
Yep.
Y'all gonna be running the same class?
Oh yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Oh yeah, cool. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. I hope she does whoop up on y'all.
Oh, I do too. I gotta live so she can beat me all damn day. I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathy, go bathe your birdie. I gotta get out of here. I'm starting to get sleepy. So thank you for having me up, Ed. Good night, everybody on panel. Good night, everybody in chat. Before I pass out, I am the inflappable, incalculable Captain Jerk.
Later, Captain.
Well, the other nice thing about having multiple tractors in the same class, we're all running basically the same thing. So if somebody has a problem,
right,
you know right where to look.
Right.
And like say if Mark goes down, in the second position, standing our positions back, he can say, hey, stay to the left side. It's loose on the right, or you need more weight on the nose. You need less weight on the nose. So everybody can,
That's awesome.
Well,
Yep.
whenever
it's got to be a good time.
We basically go as a team. If we're a team, so if one of us wins, we all win. So,
right, absolutely.
Now, where we're gonna place each other in different positions to where we know we're gonna lock them. It's all big,
Nice.
and we have a lot of fun with it.
Well, there's been multiple times that Mark had a problem with his running, and when you put that valve through the head, we pulled over in the pits. I grabbed my tool bag. We started tearing parts apart, and as soon as we seen that valve sticking up through there, like this one's done for the day. So push it off to the side. We start doing stuff on other stuff. When I was having carburetor issues last year, every time soon we pull off the track, Mark and everybody, we were all over there, trying to get the thing tuned in. The very last run we made, Mark actually pulled a pump off of one of his other tractors, and we threw it on, but we didn't get to make another run with it. But at that point, we had the carburetor so way out of adjustment, it would take 3 or 4 more passes to get it tuned back in. But at least we found the problem. It was lack of fuel down the track. It was sucking the bowl dry. My old pump just wasn't keeping up.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's cool, man.
And then in between the polls during the week, if I got a bad head gasket, Mark will come over and help me, throw a head gasket on. I've been over at his place, wrenching on his during the week to get him ready for the next poll and everything. And,
Heck yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah, that was a train wreck though when I dropped that valve and that piston shoved it up through that head. Oh,
well, in that day, I mean, the damn thing even ran good.
Oh, it ran
good. It was still running when we brought it back into the pits. That's what we couldn't understand what was going on. It was just pushing fuel back out the intake, and it's like, what the hell's going on? We're thinking the float bowl's sticking. We started out with the carburetor. It was fine. It wasn't sticking or anything. And then we started tearing into it, and then that's when, I think Bo touched the exhaust. I think that day. It's like this pipe's not even hot. So we're like, oh, we got an issue. Yeah, we got an issue further down. We're gonna look, and it turned out that it pushed that, and that valve wasn't even bent.
You just pushed it right up through there. You got some good valves in that motor, bud. Dang.
It didn't even hurt the piston.
No.
Damn.
But
that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's very, very family oriented, team oriented. Really enjoy doing it.
That's what it's all about.
My main thing the other year was dry shafts. My God, I tore up enough shit in them dry shafts.
Yeah, but just about every pull you were cutting one of them bolts in half. So yeah, we're talking about the Kohler commands that we pull, the V-twins.
Yeah, but a lot of that cutting was real bad tracks because I would get hooked up and then I would feel it let loose and then I'd get hooked back up again and that just jamming back and forth just cut them off.
Yeah.
Turning that kind of wheel speed.
Well, that and then motor mounts being just a hair loose.
Yeah.
Letting that motor flex just a little bit, and I'm sure that old frame has had plenty of flex on it. I'm sure it twists pretty good.
I've welded that frame up 3 times.
Okay. All right, 2 ATVs. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it.
Later, bud.
That's okay, Jeff, man. We're just here hanging out, telling the stories.
Heck yeah.
Ed, I'm going to hit it. Your hour's up for me. I got to get some coffee and dessert in me. Mark always makes me hungry when I see him. So, all right, guys, you take care. We'll see you all during the week.
Later, bud.
Take care, guys.
I had to get some food because every time I see Ken, he's always eating or something. So
because I always come on during a break, though. Whenever someone's having a stream, I'm usually right in the middle of something. I rush in to catch a stream. So that's the time I either have my lunch, my dinner, my snack, whatever. So, but look, hey, I got about 266 LBs over here, so I'm doing all right.
If it's not eating ice cream or something.
I don't need any more ballast on my tractors. I'm good. We'll catch you later.
Oh, man.
As if y'all know, we haven't really played with the Harbor Freight V Twins. We run modified motors, so most everything on the inside is all aftermarket stuff, and there's just no market out there that sells the billet rods, pistons, camshafts, valves, all that kind of stuff for those motors.
Billet rods.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Way to go.
Nice. Heck yeah. We got a Predator that's got a full billet internals. It's got everything billet inside of it. It's a Predator engine.
Your parts.
ARC Racing. Did the rod, the flywheel, and the side case, and then
who
does the Dino Cams? I think it is. Dino, is that a name? Dino Cams. Like I can't remember, dude.
Was it Gerber that's doing them too now? Gerber?
Kerber was doing some. You can get all the internals for them, the cams, the connecting rod, and all that stuff, but nobody's making a steel flywheel for them. They're all the aluminum ones for the fast spin up.
Right.
We can't really use the aluminum ones. We need the momentum to keep going.
Right. You need the torque from behind it, not the high RPMs. Right. Yep.
I get it. I mean, if it takes 10 seconds for that thing to spool up because you got a 30-pound flywheel on it, so be it. Down the track,
it'll hold it down track. Right.
We want that weight to keep spinning. The aluminum ones will just die out. There's no torque behind them.
Right. Right. So, no, absolutely. I know we gain horsepower, not torque on our motors. Absolutely.
Right.
That's absolutely true. It's cool, man. All right, guys. I gotta run too. I'm going to get some food too.
I think I'm going to shut her down here too because I got to get some stuff ready for work tomorrow and all that. So I appreciate everybody coming in and saying hi and telling some stories and hanging out with me. And
heck yeah, always a good time, buddy.
Make sure everybody checks out everybody else's channels there and show them some love. And we will catch you all on the next one. So have a great evening, everybody.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Yeah.
See you, bud.